Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where I'm worried about this battle here. So they're going to have a crossing penalty. We're well drilled. They have a mill tech up on us and they have similar numbers to us. If we look at their combat widths here, they're going to have 17, that's 32 cannon, and combat width is 34. So they're basically ideally at the combat width here. Yeah, I'm concerned about this battle. I'm going to force march these guys over, and I'm going to force march these over as well. It's going to cost military power to do so. That costs 2 military power per province moved. So this is not ideal, but we're going to move these guys up to here, and these guys are on their way over. So Cahokia is definitely focusing on us. This is basically their entire army here. And we have a full army there. We'll be able to give them some amount of fight. But we'll see if we manage to get there in time. Okay, one of our reinforcements arrived there. Our other one is on the way, but it is... Ooh, that's going to be close. Okay, we won this siege here. These guys should move down to here and kick them out of the war, ideally. When are we going to arrive? 9 April, 4 more days. Yikes. We got there, though. Okay. That was really close. That was really, really, really close to going poorly. So that's noted. Winning that battle is a very big deal. So, I'm going to move back over to here. This is the 2nd Elysian Army A and B. We're going to do this, like so. Then, I want the 1st Elysian Army A to go here for right now. We're going to need to replenish our morale a little bit after that battle. That was really, really tight. I'm actually surprised that we got there in time. But yeah, I was very concerned about that. Keep in mind, they've got a Miltech up on us, which means that they have access to military tactics, which is huge. And they've also got infantry shock, which is pretty big. So that's understood. Who pieced out here? Apache. Okay, they gave us some ducats. Sure. So this is now done over here, and we're going to send this army up this way. Okay, so that seems fine for now. We have this siege underway. That looks good. I need these guys grouped together. And these guys are going to be grouped together as well. We just won this siege. These get grouped. And we're going to head up over here. So we're going to be capping some areas down over here. Gotcha. So we need to keep these fairly close together. I think that if we back off over here, it's probably fine. Let's see. This is just giving us ducats. I'm not happy about that, but it's fine. It's close enough. So Vinland fighting these guys isn't going to be a problem. They're Miltech 21. That's absolutely understood. We could invest in an admin tech here. I suspect we may get some territory out of this, so I'm going to wait on taking that admin tech. Okay, we need to get these sieges completed, of course. Spain so discontent. Very rude. So that's all absolutely fine. For the moment. We are making a little bit of ducats at this moment. That's great. Okay. So I'm just looking at where Cahokia is sending their armies. They're like up over here. And they're not super grouped together. So that's good to know. We need to get these sieges completed at this point. That's what we really, really need. So we're going to move out over this direction. These armies are going to be responsible for taking some territory out this direction. I'm hoping Spartania is going to flip some of this to us. That would be ideal. Spartan Pretender Rebels? Okay. Vinlandic Columbia's down over there, but that's going to be a little awkward for them, I'm sure. So we can come out over this direction for now. I'm just keeping an eye on these Cahokian forces. So that is looking reasonably okay for now. We're going to continue to take... That's a really awkward path. Let's just go here for now. We're going to come take these and get some occupations down this direction. That all looks good for the moment. I'd like to cut off these Cahokian armies. Okay, what was this? Ah, Salish pieced out. Vinland got some territory out of that, but they gave us a decent amount of ducats. Okay, we'll take it. So that seems fine for now. And we won this siege, which is a pretty big deal. Let's continue to push up this direction for now. Okay. So Cahokia is occupying out over this way, right? And that's absolutely understood. They're going to do that. I'd really like it if we get some siege progress here in their capital, but we're just not. That's not going very well at all. Okay, well, we're going to head up over this direction for now. And I would love to actually get some territory out of this. We'll see what ends up happening. We're getting a lot of occupation done. Yes, Cahokia is out over here occupying stuff, including our capital. That's understood. We're not the war leader. It doesn't really matter all that much. So this is fine for now. Okay. Excellent. So are we now off of our regency? Yes, we are. Perfect. So that means that we are now gaining additional diplomatic power. That's a big deal. So that's very, very good. So I want these guys up here. I want these guys out over here. These guys up here. Wonderful. So we lost the Siege of Elysia. That's understood. Vinland can come fight this if they want to. But for the moment, this is reasonably fine. We're occupying a lot of stuff. We lost our commandant. Okay, we should definitely do something about that. We don't have the gold right now, and we'll just have to wait. After the war, that's probably something that we can do. So this fort is going to fall very soon. I'm going to have these guys go here, and then we're going to come up over, like, here. And we'll see what we end up getting out of this. We've occupied a lot of this territory, including very soon their capital. So that looks good. I want these guys up over here. Actually, Vinland's already there. Okay. In that case, we are occupying everything out over here. This is going to fall very shortly, and there it went. Perfect. So this is the 2nd Elysian Army A. Where is the 2nd Elysian B? It's up here. Noted. So we're going to head back over this direction, and the 2nd Elysian is going to start taking over territory over here. This is the 1st Elysian A. Okay, so the 3rd should head over this direction. That looks fine for now. And then the 2nd B is going to head out over here as well. So Spartania is going to fight over here. That looks good. Spartania and Vinland. Yeah, they got that under control. Excellent. So this is all looking fine for the moment. We could just head up over here. Nobody's there right now. We just took a bank loan, which is certainly not ideal. Okay, so we're going to occupy this, and then there's these up here that I'd like to occupy as well. Let's grab those. We completed our estate agenda, sure. The Siege of Cahokia is finally, at long last, over. So we're going to have these guys head up over here. Beautiful. And we're taking back all of this very, very quickly, right? That's not going to be a big deal. We're at 99%. This war is going to be over very shortly. And I'd like to pile these guys in here, ideally, but this fort should fall reasonably soon. I'm surprised they haven't ended this war already, to be honest. It's pretty over. So I guess I want to take back all of this territory over here. Sure. So the 1st Elysian, of course, is stationed out over here. The 3rd goes back over that way. I'm going to send the 2nd. Well, we're going to wait for this fort to fall. Okay. So as soon as this fort falls here, yeah, there's the victory. Perfect. So they ceded all of this to Vinland. Vinland gave us no new territory. Thanks, Vinland. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. We are going to do something about that. And the something that we're going to do is we're going to start becoming openly hostile to Vinland very soon. So we're going to take the 3rd army out over this direction, and the 2nd army is going to come on down over here to their normal station points. So that means that we don't need to do any coring, and we can grab this admin tech. That's absolutely fine. We can take that right now. Then what we can do is we can minus 0.6. We do have a loan right now. Let's give it a month tick and see what we're actually at. Okay, so the actual amount is 5.42. Noted. Let's seize some land. That's absolutely something we want to do. And our colonists are probably going to need to be moved. Looks like it's only one of them at this point that needs to be moved. So we'll pull that guy back, and let's get him to a new location. So sort by development. That would be this down over here. Fantastic. So we'll get him going down there. Perfect. And we're currently short on money, but we definitely know that we want to mothball all forts. There we go. And I want these guys to get back to drilling now that they're in their designated locations. These guys are going to get back to drilling as well. Perfect. And these aren't back yet. They will get there. They are not moving. I told you to get over here. There we go. So that'll be fine for now. So we're currently at plus 6.84 right now. Okay. So we have a fair amount of rooting out corruption here. That's absolutely a thing. We're working on this dip tech. We'll currently have that in about 2.5 years. So that's not too bad. That seems relatively okay. These guys can get to drilling. Wonderful. Heretic conversion. Yep, that's okay. And you guys should make your way, like, out over here. Or even just here. Cool. So that looks good. Now, what do we have going on in terms of our force limit? Okay, 232. That's absolutely noted. We're trying to get another mill tech here. We'll have enough for that in currently 1673. This is, of course, because we're lacking this advisor. And this will bring us very negative financially. My question is... It's because of this unrest, probably. But economically, we're in a bit of a rough situation right now. So, I'm interested in definitely grabbing a level 3 advisor here. This guy kind of sucks. So there's that. We'll try to ease the tension for now. We could grab a land force limit modifier here and promote this guy up. So at least we're getting 1 extra at this moment, and we can promote this guy for 145, bringing him up to a level 2, and that'll help matters. So this is now 2 years earlier. Okay. Now, we're still at plus 10% here, and this is because we haven't embraced manufactories. So what's the status of that? 5461, you say? This would be absolutely phenomenal to actually do. What would we get from a sale of titles? 2046.41. Noted. And we could do this in just a couple of months here. Okay, let's set an agenda here and see what we can get. Base tax. That would give us a base production for building a shipyard or a grand shipyard. I'm going to take that. So that's going to be a shipyard or grand shipyard in Aros. So that would be one of these bad boys. Okay, let's get that going, and that'll get us a base production there. So that seems fine for right now, and we can see we're definitely recovering economically at this point. That looks good. We just lost 10 diplomatic power. Not so good. But we are gaining 4 per month, so that's only like 2.5 months worth. Okay. So, Vinland is a problem. No doubt about that, Vinland is a problem. We're still allied to them for now, and I think they're still useful to us for the moment. Lots of people building spy networks. Understood. Ooh, a free stability. Yes, please. That's going to significantly boost up our treasury. And we can sell titles at this point, so I want to do that. And as we can see, we have low crownland at this point. We're trying to just gain a bunch of money, right? So that's fine. Now, we could debase our currency. I think I'm going to take a loan instead. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 loans. Then we need another 440 ducats. Maybe we take one more loan. Okay, that allows us to embrace manufactories right now, which gives us a 10% goods production modifier. Now, as you can see here, we're making 72.62 from production. So that's going to be worth about 7 ducats per month. It's going to take a while to make that worthwhile, but we're going to grab that. So that boosts up how quickly we can get this mill tech. This is now in July of 1670. So that is significantly better. And then we need to pay off those loans, right? So how do we want to go about doing that? Oh, we're no longer exiled. That's neat. Oh, right, because we have manufactory. So that reduces our technology cost by 25% and increases our institution spread by 10% and reduces our institution embracement cost by 10% and increases our cavalry to infantry ratio. That's not bad. So that means that we can immediately grab this next mill tech. That's huge. I'm not going to do it yet. You might ask why. And the answer is because we don't want to increase our unbalanced research if we can help it. So that'll be absolutely phenomenal to not do. There's a base production in Eros. Excellent. So that sounds fine for now. Now, our current overall debt is 3907 ducats. So that's going to take a little bit. No doubt about that. But I mean, 17.2 per month, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. We're doing pretty well economically at this moment, so I'm not too concerned about that. We really, really need to get this next dip tech. We can take the next admin tech right now. That would be governing capacity. It's not that big of a deal. I'm wondering if maybe we should grab an admin idea. We could take, like, economic ideas, which would be pretty decent. That would be pretty decent indeed, but we can't do that right now. We could take a diplomatic idea or a military idea. A military idea might not be a bad one. If we wanted to boost up our generals, we could take offensive ideas. If we wanted to just make our troops significantly better, we could take quality ideas. And I think that's not a terrible idea. So let's put in quality ideas here, and then for this one, we'd be able to put in economic ideas. Like that. Now, I don't know that we actually want to get ideas at this time. We're not ahead of time in our tech at this moment, so that is understood. For the moment, when are we going to get this? December of 1669? That's very close. We did just lose a general down over here, and we could give our consort military command, actually. And I think that's not a terrible idea. We're going to do that, and that seems fine. We have an heir, right? Yeah, we've got an heir. So that seems absolutely a-okay. Wonderful. So we do need to focus on repaying these loans. We'll get there. But the biggest thing that we need to do right now is work up our diptech. We have Cheyenne particularists up here. I don't particularly care about that. Although, Cheyenne is on their way up there. It looks like they're actually heading up there, so that looks fine. No major issue there. So we should have enough to do this now in March of 1670. This keeps changing on us. Okay. So that's exciting. We need 456 power. We'll have enough to do that very, very soon, in like a month or two. So no problem whatsoever there. Base manpower, excellent. That's what we like to see. We should pull back this guy at this point and head off somewhere else. So that's going to be in Darien. Okay, so that's going to be right here. So we want to promote settlement growth there. We should also set up a debate in Senate. And what do we want here? Probably admin power, actually. So we could bribe the Senate. We're not going to do that. We could gain a little bit of corruption. That's fine. We'll placate the Imperial Dynatoy. That's pretty decent. A little bit of inflation, not a big deal. Barbaroi Councils, not a big deal. Little bit of legitimacy here. That seems fine. Autonomy, I don't mind it. Impressment sounds good. Losing a little bit of prestige, huh? Crownlands we should not do if we can help it. I guess we'll take some prestige hits here. 97, so we only need one more. Local autonomy sounds good. So there's 50 admin power coming in. Absolutely wonderful. And we'll have enough to do this apparently now in May. This keeps going further away on us, but we just need one. So it's actually now. So we can grab this tech here. Wonderful. That's a dip tech, and that brings down our unbalanced research to 0.3. But it's about to go right back up to 0.4. There we go. So now it's right back to where it was, but at least it's not further behind, right? So let's grab this admin tech at this point, and we can see that our mill tech is currently 4 years ahead of time. Okay, that sounds good. So at this moment, we're losing money, a lot of money, actually, and this is because we're rooting out corruption, right? So that's not surprising. That's fine for right now. Intrigues, huh? I do not want to lose 50 dip power. We'll lose legitimacy instead. Dip power is very vital to us at this moment. So we need to strengthen our government. We can enact a new government reform. This is legitimation of power. So do we want more aggressive expansion impact? Probably not. National unrest -1 in years of separatism. That's pretty neat. Indeed. I'm currently leaning towards this. There we go. So we'll grab that. That seems fine. That will reduce our unrest overall by an additional 1. Excellent. And we do have some separatists brewing up here. So I want to take a look here. This is... Okay, so most of these have gone away. So Amaroy, where is this? That's right up over here. What do we got going on here? 4.3 unrest because of the active missionary. I'm actually going to increase autonomy here. And this will work its way back down. I'm not concerned about that. So no more are we going to have any issues here. These are all going to be decaying now. That sounds excellent. Wonderful. A golden era for culture. Okay, so, and we also got some administrative problems. Okay, so this is going to be a skill 2 artist that is 50% cheaper to employ. An artist, huh? What category is an artist under? Administration. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be utilizing that for the moment. I think this is fine as it is. Okay, sounds fine for the moment. So we're currently at 15.14. That's really not too bad. That's really not too bad. But we do want to repay some of these loans. We want to get that rolling. We're paying 11.39 monthly in interest. That's a fair amount. No doubt about that. So repaying these would be phenomenal. But we also are going to want to start grabbing things like bureaucracy. National tax modifier plus 15. Keep in mind, we're making a pretty good amount from taxation. More from production, to be sure, but a decent amount from taxation. So that would be absolutely fine, and we'd like to start filling out quality ideas eventually as well, but we should probably go for Admin Tech 21 first, and we should probably go for Mill Tech 22 first as well. So Admin Tech 22, like our tech goal for right now, should probably be 22, since we're only 3 years ahead of time at this juncture. So we'll be banking up for that. That sounds good. Trading in Norse Mead happened to us. That's fine. And I believe we can repay one of our loans now. Do it. So we're going to get that repaid, dropping our interest down to 9.12. Excellent. So this all looks reasonably fine for now. We can invest in an idea, but like I just said, I'm not sure we want to do this yet. I think we're better off grabbing this 2% production efficiency and working up our admin tech a little bit. That'll also give us access to furnaces, which I think we can use. How long is the truce with Cahokia? They're currently at war with Spain. That's noted. So this is going to end up being done in 11 years. Okay. We want to be in charge of that next war with them. Oh, that's so much money. Or a stability. We're going to lose the stability, but I hate it. That's not great. Okay. We're definitely interested in conquering some of these out here, and that might allow us to actually fight Cahokia. We're currently truced with these guys until 74, and these guys until 73. So that's definitely a potential option, that we can fight Cahokia that way. And I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. So we're now even with Cahokia in Miltech, and we're working our way up here. We can see that currently we're 2 years ahead of time with our Miltech, so this is going to drop by an additional 20%, and that seems great. Okay, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and before I do, we should probably... we can't quite do this. Dynatoy are upset. Okay, we'll wait on that. Next episode, we're going to need to change around our colonists a little bit, and we're going to wait out these truces, and then we're going to fight Cahokia on our own terms this time. I want this, I want a chunk of this, and we'll see what ends up happening with that. We want to get all of this under control, and then Vinland, they got to start getting carved into. We'll see what ends up happening with that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.